guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming something a little bit different that I haven't actually done before or thought of until recently. So I shot this look just before and this video should be going up on my channel later on in the week. But what inspired me to do this was another YouTuber that I watch. Her name is Mariah Leonard. I love her. I think she's great. She's one of my favorite YouTubers at the moment. And she did, well, she lives in America, so she did a fall trend prediction kind of thing. And I'm not doing a prediction just because I am probably going to be so off the mark. So instead I'm going to be talking about some of the spring makeup trends that I'm loving at the moment, or things that I have seen that I'm going to be incorporating more into my makeup routine, and things that I'm going to be trying out a little bit more over the next few months. So it's going to be summer in about a month, but I think kind of spring and summer go hand in hand with their looks, so it's a bit of a combination of the both. If you're interested in seeing me talk about my favourite spring trends at the moment, then please keep on watching. So the first trend that I'm going to be talking about is feathered brows, or more natural type brows. So this is something that I've tried on myself before. I think I need to have a little bit more practice with it, because for so long I've been trying to master doing the whole like defined kind of brow, and I finally gotten the knack for that I have no idea how to do natural brows anymore. And my brows are so curly and they're just so gappy, and it's just hard for me because I like to have all of my brows kind of glued down and not really moving, just because they are super thick and curly. So I find it hard to do like the more natural brow, because if you have like straight thick brows, and that's really good, like you've got the perfect brow for that, but because mine are curly, it just kind of looks like they haven't been done and they just don't look neat. Well, that's what I think about them anyway. But I really like the natural, more like voluminous brow. So I'll throw up a couple of pictures up on here to tell you what I'm talking about, because I tried to do it today and I find like I'll just do my brows as normal, and then I'll just take like a tinted brow mascara or like a clear brow mascara and just kind of like push them up, so that if you are more used to doing a defined brow and you just want like a subtle change, then you can just do that. Because like I try to do it and like it kind of looks like, I wouldn't say it looks natural by any means, but it definitely looks a little bit more feathered. And this is definitely not a new trend. It hasn't just come out this season. It's something that's like been on the runway and been in the makeup community for years and years, but I definitely think it's more of a spring summer thing to have more of a natural look and not so much a, I don't know, like defined perfect looking brow. So my next trend would be like bright glitters. So I'm seeing a lot of that at the moment. Glitter's been around forever, but I'm talking about more like bright colors. So it's definitely something I want to get into. I don't really own much glitter, to be honest. I love it. I have like the Stila Liquid Glow glitters that I've used on my eyes today. I'm using Kitten Karma, and it's more of like a pink with like big chunks of silver in it. So I do want to get a couple more of those, because I find liquid glitters are a lot more easier to use than the loose glitters, but I do want to step out of my comfort zone and use those a little bit more. I just need to find a really good glitter glue. I know Too Faced have a glitter glue, but it's a little bit expensive. I don't know, if you know of any affordable glitter glues that I can get in store or even online, let me know. Put a comment down below. My next favourite spring trend would be like bright pinks and yellows. So today I did a look kind of inspired by that. So I'm using, in my transition shade, I'm just using the same blush that's on my cheeks. It's Noodle by Colourpop. And then in my crease and in like the outer rims of my eye to create the halo effect, I used Edge from the Anastasia Subculture palette. So I do want to find a brighter yellow. If you know of a really good, true bright yellow, let me know, because the Edge in Subculture is pretty bright upon first application, but it does oxidize, so it does end up looking a little bit mustardy. But I want something that really does pop, and I've been loving seeing like bright yellows and bright pinks mixed together, because I think they complement each other so nicely. The monochromatic look of like the pink blush, the pink eyeshadow, I think is really nice, so I use Noodle on my cheeks as well as my blush today. And that kind of ties into my next favorite trend, which would be a bold blush. So For like the longest time, I was like never a huge blush person. I would dab like a little bit on my cheeks, just like the tiniest bit, barely noticeable, just to look like I've got a little bit of color. But more recently, I've been really getting into like really going in there and putting a lot of blush on my cheeks. Mainly so I find it lasts all day, because I find if anything out of like my whole makeup application, the one thing that I find wears off the absolute most is blush. So not only have I been putting a lot on just so it lasts all day, but also because I have just been lacking a really rosy cheek. So like orange and pinks mostly is what I've been gravitating towards, because they really suit my skin tone, but also I think they're really nice for the springtime. And then my last favorite one is something that I've always loved, but something that I'm happy that comes out more trend-wise in spring and summertime, is dewy skin. So through the winter, I find more people use heavier makeup and they go for a more full coverage look, whereas in spring and summer, I find it's more suitable to have more of a fresh face look. So just going in with a light or medium foundation, a really dewy foundation, something that makes you lit from within, something that just looks really natural and like a second skin is always my favorite and go-to, but sometimes it's hard to find, because I know majority of people I find would prefer to have like a matte foundation. People that I know and people that I see on YouTube and in real life. Personally, I prefer a dewy foundation. I would prefer going for something that's lighter in coverage and that I'll know will give me a nice glow. So I'm really excited to rock that look during spring and summer. Those are my 5 spring and summer trends that I'm really into at the moment. If any of these you like, or if there's any other spring and summer trends that you can think of that I haven't mentioned, I'd love to hear about them. I'd love to give them a try. I'm all for trying new stuff all the time. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!